Hey guys, Spray and Pray here with another episode of Dungeon Keeper 2. In the last episode, we took a chunk out of Smilesville and slayed the goodly hero of their realm and took his portal gem for our own. Now we're moving into the next territory and to find the portal gem that's hidden there. And I'm going to let the announcer take it away for me, so here you go.
Sing Song. A joyous land filled with light and music. Let us silence their wailing voices once and for all. This land is defended by Lord Darius, a far tougher opponent than Lord Antonius. Only by harnessing the forces of dark magic will you defeat him. Build a library to attract warlocks to your cause, and they will reveal to you the secrets of the arcane.
Alright, looks like we're about to invade Lord Darius's territory. Does not sound good, because if you've ever played League of Legends, Darius is overpowered. So we might have a tough time, even though it's only the second level. Anyway, looks like we'll get some new rooms and a training room and a library. So here we go.
Lord Darius presents himself against you now. He's more worthy as a foe. But use the rooms you won from Smilesville to good employ, and you'll slay him dead just like Antonius.
Alright. Sounds like fun.
Library. Training room. First, build a lair, and then a hatchery, then claim the portal near your dungeon heart.
Okay. So, first I'm going to drag my mouse over here, make a little room for my... I think this is going to be my lair, So it'll be right next to when they come out, they can make their bed right away. Then over here I'm going to make another 5x5 room. That'll be my hatchery right there, so they can go eat and they don't have to walk far from their beds. Over here I'm going to dig out this gold, make it a sort of 5x5. Yeah, okay, cool. We have just enough room to make a 5x5, and this impenetrable rock here we cannot dig, so we have just barely enough room to make it 5x5. 5x5 is my favorite size to make rooms, just because like the room you start out with is 5x5 and it looks nice when you got all 5x5 rooms next to each other. Okay, well, it looks like our imps are doing some good work mining out these little areas. Is this one 5x5? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, okay, it's only 4x4. So we may have to expand it to the sides just to make it so that it has enough room for all the creatures that we're going to get from our portal here. Looks like it started us out with the maximum amount of gold we can possibly have in our treasure room that surrounds our dungeon heart. Hopefully soon or in the later levels they'll give us a treasure room so we can store additional gold. But for now we're going to have to make do with just this small limited storage space. Now later in the game we will get spells that allow us to create more imps, and that will make this work take way less time. And I'm actually going to assign these two imps to stop digging, and I'm going to have them claim the territory first, because I don't want them to waste time digging. I'd rather have the territory claimed. I can make my lair and my hatchery and start getting in units before they even worry about this stuff. Alright, they've finished claiming this room, so I'm going to create my lair in it. They're almost done claiming this room, and once they finish that, I will tell them to dig through here while I create a hatchery to feed my minions. Now I'm going to stop this guy from doing whatever he's doing by picking all of the imps up that exist. You can only have 3 imps digging on a wall at a time, so I'll have the final imp over here digging. Or I guess he's going to claim it first, then he'll continue to dig. Now, I really want to get this fast, so I'm going to force one of my imps to come over here and claim the rest of this territory. I think they're working a little slow, so maybe I'll give them a little slap. There, that should speed them up for now.
You have claimed a portal.
Thank you, Master over Deep Voice. I've played this game. I know that I've claimed the portal. Sometimes his messages are helpful, like in later games, or when you're being attacked it's very helpful to know, but most of the time they're just annoying. Other than that, Like he didn't have such a nice deep voice, it would turn it
A
off
new
way
species
faster.
of creature has entered your dungeon.
Oh, great, a new species of creature. Thank you for letting me know. Looks like we have goblins from just like before. I'm gonna just drop him right into my lair so he can make his bed right away.
The basics of your dungeon are in place, but now expand it with a library. Design
Alright.
it square to maximize the space for scrolls, and let your imps make stronger walls to hold more shelves.
So it seems like here is going to be the best place for me to put my library. I'm kind of wondering where I'm going to have my training room, but I think there's some room up here that I'll be using for that. Alright, so this is going to be our library. And the imps are getting right away working on fortifying the walls like the deep voice asked.
More gold is needed. It's out there, ready to be mined.
Thank you. I'm aware.
Hark now. A warlock has arrived to study spells within your library. His research will serve your magic well. Restrict him not, though, to his books, for when in battle he may prove formidable with fireballs.
So we've gotten a warlock. Now we have two different types of creatures, and you can see how that works in the creature panel.
Every bookcase in your library will attract another warlock to your realm.
So like I was saying in the first video, and he just said, every bookcase that I have will attract one warlock.
And now to build a training room. It's best
Oh my god,
to
he
make
never
it
shuts
square
up.
and 4x4, so that there'll be targets for your creature's training needs.
I'm going to use this area over here to make a training room next to the library. I'm also going to make a path from... well, never mind. I'm not going to make... The path from the library will work fine. I normally wouldn't want them to be walking through the library after or to go training, but you can't help it here. And it doesn't really make that big of a difference other than my personal preference. So each of these buildings, or each of these bookcases will attract one warlock. So looks like we can attract up to 9 warlocks, counting the bookcases, not counting the bookcases on the walls, which also attract them. Now, your portals are also limit how many creatures you can have. So I can't just like make a ginormous library and have 1,000,000 warlocks come. You can only have 15 creatures for each portal that you have. I'm going to put a training room here, and he's probably going to make some annoying speech about how training rooms are cool or something.
A task well done.
I know it.
But training creatures will cost gold.
This is another way you can spend gold, is by training your creatures. Like you see my goblin there, he's fighting with the little dummy target thing. And I want them to come through through my library. So I'm going to have them keep digging out, and that will be through my library. I need some more money because every time they hit the target or whatever, it takes a certain amount of gold depending on like what type of creature and what level they are. Okay, looks like we've got a pretty sizable dungeon now. We've only got 4 rooms, of course, but like I said, this will expand. Every level we'll get loads more rooms. Alright, see, there's a fog of war, so like that just basically means, if you don't know, it's the little black part that lets you not see what your enemy is doing, or just not reveal the entire map to you. Only what you can see is revealed. So in this game, once you've discovered it once, it's revealed to you forever, and the fog of war is cleared. But you can also see water through the fog of war, but it doesn't actually say that it's water, but you can see that it's there. So some of the AI, they only attack you based on if they can actually get to your place. And the water caverns are pretty expansive, and they may have touched the water with their own base. And if they can get to your base, they'll start attacking you.
And it's this you spend each time you cast a spell.
Yes, it's mana, I know.
Your mana level shown in green atop the screen. Your land will gradually renew it as it's spent.
Yes.
Cast
Your
your
voice
new
is
spell
beautiful,
to create
we
an
know.
imp. So
All right.
open now the panel Spells and
I've done
select
that.
the imp's head symbol. Then
I've done
cast it with a click on any land that's yours.
Okay, so we're going to create some more imps. They can do the work faster, but it's also going to increase our mana, like how much mana we're spending per 5 seconds or whatever to maintain their like life energy or something. I forget how they bring it into the game. Anyway, I'm looking for a nice place to spawn them so you guys can
Your
see.
creatures make
I
good
think I'm just going to do it in the
progress.
middle of the layer right
One
here.
improves his skill to level 2.
Yes, a
can
creature
go
has
as
made it to
high as
level 2.
4,
Thank
but
you.
that's the limit. Further skill can only be attained out on the battlefield.
Alright. So what we learned here is, what he just said is that you can get to level 4 in the training room only. After that, and the max level is 10, I believe, you have to train by fighting other creatures. Basically, the enemies or other keepers' creatures.
A good cast.
Alright, so I've created a
You've
bunch
made
of
good
imps.
use of your Warlock's studious
I basically
research.
spent all my mana that I can, and every imp that you make increases the amount of mana that it costs to make a
You may
new one.
wish to train your Warlocks to improve their skills.
So
do
to train
this,
Warlocks,
drop a Warlock in the training.
okay, Warlocks will not go train themselves on their own. You have to force them to, or assign them to, basically. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up a Warlock, and I'm going to, by clicking on him in this panel here, and now he's
Imps
whining
are
because I'm
creatures
grabbing him.
born of magic and cost mana to sustain.
So I dropped him in there, and he'll train himself now. And when he's hungry, he'll go eat, and he'll go sleep. And then when he's done with that, he'll come back to training, not go back to the library like he
Spell
wants.
has been researched.
So that's how you can force them
Your
to do
Warlocks
something.
now have studied further, offering you another spell to cast.
Cool. Now I have
through
2
which
spells.
A thunderbolt is yours to hurl against such foolish enemies who dare invade your turf.
So this is a Thunderbolt spell. You can only cast spells on your own
Your
territory.
dungeon has been breached.
So as you see,
Your
there's
imps have found some dwarves.
as you see, these
righteous
dwarfs
little
have tunneled
pests may
into my
stray onto
area,
your land, and if
and
they
I
do,
will smite them with my Thunderbolts.
for that's what they deserve.
Come here. As you see, the Thunderbolt it knocks them down as well as damaging them. So it's very helpful if there's a high-level monster that you're trying to fight and you can Thunderbolt him. It'll knock him over and give your creatures a chance to do a bunch of damage to him. Oh, and that's sad. My goblin is dying. Oh, he's running away though. So when creatures get low on health, they'll run away because they're scared or something. Anyway. And as you see, my Warlocks are able to heal
The paltry
my
dwarfs
creatures.
are now destroyed. Allow your creatures time to rest and eat. When ready, guide them north to find Lord Darius's keep.
So I'm going to have my imps. They're going to start
A
claiming
left
more territory.
click on your creature picks it up. A right click on claimed land then lets it drop. Be wary though. Don't drop them too near enemies, for the dropping stuns these beasts a time and makes them vulnerable to enemy attack.
As we found out in the first episode, if you missed it or didn't see, when you pick up a creature and you drop him down, he's stunned for a few seconds. This takes out the part, like, it makes it more difficult and you have to plan better where you're going to drop them, because you don't want to drop, like, your creature right in front of a adversary and where the creature is just going to have to stand there and take hits. So you want to try to drop them a little bit ahead of the path, or just so that when they stand up, they'll barely see them and engage. Just a little hint. Now, I don't really need any more gold, so I'm going to undo what I just did. I don't want to mine this. So, we've got a pretty sizable dungeon. We have no reason yet to increase our size. I think we've got... How many creatures do we have? We have 10 creatures. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to expand my lair to perhaps attract more. I'm also going to see if I can't... it's going to be more difficult to expand my training room, just because there's very little room to do it. It looks like the only way I can actually expand my training room is to take out this section here of wall.
The time has come for you to face Lord Darius.
Or not.
Tag the flashing tiles.
It seems
your
like-
imps will tunnel to his keep.
It seems like I am powerful
Your
enough to
create
attack
imp
him.
spell has been upgraded.
Work faster. Slap.
Lord Darius's walls are breached.
Okay.
Your
I'm going to pick up all my creatures, and
and
like before, I'm going to drop them just a little bit in front of their path, so that they don't all get destroyed while they're laying down. So all his dwarfs are no match for my goblins and warlocks, and they should be easily dispatched.
Lord Darius.
There's Lord Darius.
He enters through his hero's gate.
And you can tell that he's our main
The
target
portal gem
because
sings softly
he has
to
the
you.
stars around him.
Keeper, dare not think that you will conquer me, you evil wretch.
Now, see, I'm going to use
My
the
dwarves and the power of
Thunderbolt
good
to knock
will
him over
drive you from this
so
land.
that he cannot do as much damage. I'm just going to keep Thunderbolting him over so he has no way to help his teammates. It seems that some of my creatures have left or something, like they've gone to go get paid. So I'm going to pick them all up again and regroup them over here. Any ones that get close, I'm going to Thunderbolt. Alright, looks like we're pretty good. I'm going to Thunderbolt him
Defile
again.
my realm with your foul sword.
And it looks like we've
You
taken
will
him down.
perish, Keeper.
Well, guys, I want to thank you for watching. It looks like we've completed this episode, this level.
To claim you the portal gem. Your
I want
progress is
to
most
thank you for
pleasing.
watching one more time. And I'm going to have another episode of this. Will be the next level, of course. Where we will continue fighting against the goodly heroes. Spray and pray out.